Deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Big circles, rolling shoulder all the way around. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's change direction, move the opposite way. Then big deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the head, big circle around. And you get to run, change direction, bring it back, all around the opposite way. Four, 3, 2, and 1 more. Okay, hands on the hip, feet shoulder apart. Again, I'm going to come around, back. Moving through those hips as much as possible. Again, big circles all the way around, all the way back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, bring your legs together, bend the knees slightly, keeping our back straight, and then we're going to do a little circle with our knees, round and back. Nice little circles all the way around, all the way back. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last one, we're going to come out onto the toe, and I'm going to do a little circle again, and all the way back around. One more each direction, and then out to the side. One more each direction. Okay, from there, let's bring our feet a little bit wider than shoulder apart. What we're going to do is we'll come out, lean down to one knee, out to the other side. So open up the inside of our hips here, using your glutes then to push yourself across to the opposite side. And as you are, see if you can go a little bit lower into the squat each time as you're doing this. We want to keep our back straight. We don't want to be bending over as we do this. Come across and across. Open up those hips, moving those hips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to come to the center, drop to our knees. So try and go lengthways on your mat. We're going to sit onto the outside of our knee here. So we're on the muscle, we're not on the kneecap. So you should be actually able to go on higher ground if you needed it. And then what we're going to do is just going to rock back and forward. Just going to open up the hips a little bit more. Next where you can, now forward. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, one more, and back. Okay, we're going to walk our knees in, so we're going to come into a box position now. So make sure there's a straight line from our shoulder to our wrist and our knee to our hip. We're going to drop the head, tuck the hips, push it back up towards the ceiling, untuck, and come all the way back. So imagine there's a string in the middle of our back, pulling us up towards the ceiling, all the way back, look up. A nice movement through that spine, all the way up, down, back. 4, 3, 2, and we go one more here. Okay, from there, let's lift one hand up as high as you can, rotating up, and we're going to run through underneath our arm as far as we can and around. A nice rotation through the spine as we do this. Four, 3, 2. We got one more to go. Okay, back to the opposite leg. Or onto the opposite hand, sorry. Through. Let's go reach through as far as we can. 2, 3. 4, 3, 2, one last one, and back. Okay, from there we're going to roll our shoulders back and roll them forward. Move through those shoulders as much as we can. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from there, we're going to stay in this box position. We're going to lift one leg out just as high as we can, out to the side, bend our knee. Just rotating up as much as we can without rotating our body too. So we're keeping our core nice and tight as we do this. Exhale, lift up. Inhale down. Remember, just want to make sure we're not rotating with it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gonna swap to the side, lift up, and slowly lower. Four, 3, 2, and 1. From there, let's step back. Back foot, we're going to just push our heel towards the floor slightly. Stretching out that calf, that back of the leg. Pushing your heel as much as you can. If you want, you can slightly rock back and forth over it. Four, 3, 2, 1. From there, we're going to lift that leg up, the one that we have back, we're going to bring it out as far as you can. So try and bring it as close to your ear as you can. Around and back. Around and back. That's coming around, back, bring it up as much as close to your ear as you can. We're going for 4, 3, 2, and we've got one more to go. 1. Bring it back and down. We're going to swap to that opposite leg now. So first we're going to step back, just pushing that heel towards the floor slightly, feeling that stretch in the calves, back of the leg. We're not forcing it, we're just stretching lightly. And from there, if you want to rock slightly back and forward. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we lift up again. Bring that toe out as far as you can, as close to the ear as we can. Five, 6. I'm going to do 2 more. 2. Okay, bring that back in. Just going to sit back onto the heels for a second. Put our hands forward into nice little child's pose. And then now is walk your hands over to one side, holding that pose. And bring it back to center. And out to the opposite side. And back to center. Okay, I'm going to come up here. We're actually going to sit on our bum with the soles of our feet touching. Knees coming out. And we're just going to come up and down, little butterfly. Keeping our back straight and our shoulders back. Four, 3, 2, 1. From there, bring your hands to the mat, and we're just going to slowly walk our hands out just as far as we can. I'm just going to hold it there. Should feel a stretch on the inside of the legs here. So walk a little bit further. Don't worry if you can't, just stay where you are if you're not feeling comfortable to walk any further. And then if you can, come a little bit further. Three, 2, 1. Let's come up and actually cross those legs now. I'm going to put one hand onto the ground. Lift one hand over our head, just keeping our shoulder nice and back, and just reaching over that head. Feel a little stretch down the side. If you feel like you can, bring your elbow to the floor. Feel that stretch the whole way up our side. 3, 2, 1, and up. We're going to go to the opposite side. So again, keep the elbow back or the shoulder back, reaching down. If you can, bring your elbows to the floor. Open up the other side, reaching over, feel the stretch the whole way down the side. Three, 2, 1, back up. From there, we're going to put our hand on our opposite knee. Bring the other hand back, and we're just going to inhale, pull our tummy in, and just twist around, looking back over our back shoulder. You can go a little bit further too, walk a little bit further, inhale, exhale, not stay where you are. And come all the way back around. From there, let's get the opposite hand now. Opposite hand to the opposite knee, and then bring your hand back, and then just right around as far as you can. As far as you feel comfortable, it feels comfortable. And if you can, walk a little bit further. Don't worry if you can't, stay where you are. And inhale, exhale, come all the way around. Okay, we're going to go down onto our back now. We're going to lie flat on our back. And we're going to make sure our back's in contact with the mat. So we're going to, legs are straight. We're going to pull our belly button through to the floor, keeping our core nice tight, and we're just going to lift one leg up as high as you can and slowly lower. So exhale up, inhale, lower. Keep that leg straight. You might feel a stretch on the back of the leg as well while doing this. That's okay. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, our next one, going to go to the opposite leg. So going to lift up and slowly lower. Again, keep that back in contact with the mat. Don't let it rise. Should be exhales, we lift up, and inhales, we lower. Keep it controlled on the way back down as well. Eight, 9, one more to go. And up. Okay, we're going to go back to our first leg. Okay, so up in that first top position, now we're just going to draw a little circle with our heel. Again, we're keeping that back in contact with the mat. Little circle with the heel, using those hip muscles to move. Okay, change direction. Again, keep that back in contact with the mat. Two more to go. 1, 2. Slowly lower it down. Okay, back onto the opposite side. So lift up, and we're drawing a little circle. Don't let that back lift up off the mat. Change direction. Three, two, one last one, and bring it down. Okay, from there we're going to bend our knees, plant our feet into the mat again, push that back into the mat. We're just going to slowly lift up into a glute bridge and slowly come back down. So as we do this, imagine we're pulling each individual vertebrae up off the mat. We'll slowly place each one back down. We want to move through that spine as well. We're tilting the hips at the start to flatten our back. Slowly lifting up, keeping our core really tight here, using our glutes to lift. And then as we come down, we're going to slowly put each one back down and tilt the hips again. Make sure you can feel this in your glutes as you lift. You want to make sure they're firing. Plant those feet into the mat each time. Lift up, slowly lower. On our next, so we're going to lift it up. I'm going to hold it there. We're going to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to slowly bring it down. Okay, we're going to bring our soles of our feet together. Let our knees flop out again. And this time we're going to lift up with our glutes again. So we're squeezing up and slowly lowering. But our knees should not come up with this. Our knees should stay out. Push up and lower, up and lower. Squeeze up. The glutes should be doing the lifting here. You should feel them engaging to lift up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From there, I'm going to sit up you guys in the same line for this. What we're going to do is bring our elbows to our sides, and you're going to let them fall out as far as they'll go, and bring them back up. So fall out to the side, and bring it back up. While lying flat, so I'm going to lie flat now to show you that. So by our side, we're just dropping out as far as we can, and back up. Out as far as you can, and back up. Out as far as you can, and back up. Don't worry if they're not touching the ground. You just want to get that rotation in. Four, 3, 2, We got one more to go. And back up. Okay, same where you're at. I'm going to stay in that position. I'm going to bring my arms up to shoulder height. I'm going to flop back and let them come forward. Again, they mightn't go the full way. That's okay, that's normal. Just focus on getting that rotation as much as we can. So I can go full the way when the shoulders back and down, and when I come up, they don't really go that far, to be honest. So, and we don't want to force our shoulder up off the mat to get further. We're just going as far as we can. Nice and gently, even if you're on the side that you can't do much with, just hold it there for a couple of seconds, like gravity, maybe bring it down a little bit more. And back. Four, three, two, one to go. And back. Okay, we're going to lift one leg up. So, in my case, I have my right leg. You're going to grab with the opposite, grab the knee with the opposite hand, just pulling across just as far as you can with that, twisting around. And then we're going to bring our other hand out. So the hand of the knee that's twisted, out and flat, keep it flat to the mat. We want to stretch out that chest a little bit. We're going to look over the hand that's stretched out. Over there for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Opposite side. Bring that hand out. Bring it across. Bring that knee up. Sorry, bring it across and stretch your other hand out. And we're looking in the direction the hand is going, the flat hand. Hold there for 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Okay, we're going to come over onto our side, resting our hand on our bottom. Resting our head on our bottom hand. Knees are bent and ankles are stacked. And we're just going to lift up as high as we can and slowly lower. Aim here is not to rotate back as we do so. We're just lifting up as high as we can, slowly coming back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Breathing through each one. Again, we don't want to rotate, so we're just lifting as high as we can without rotating. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Down. Okay, we're going to top the other side. Again, we're going to rest our hand on our head and our bottom hand. We're just going to lift up as high as we can and slowly lower. Remember, the aim here is to not rotate with it, but just lifting up as high as you can and slowly lowering. Four, three, two, and one more. And down. Okay. We're going to go onto our front here for 1 second here. And we're going to keep our eyes on the floor. If you can, hands by your side, either hands by your temples or hands in front of you, and we're just going to lift up as high as you can and slowly lower. If you can, bring your hands out in front of you. It's a little bit harder. Four, three, two, and one. Now from there, we're going to bring our hands up, bring our thumbs up towards the ceiling, and we're just going to lift up as high as we can and back. Face into the floor, thumbs towards the ceiling and back. Four, three, two, and one. We're going to come up onto our knees, and we're going to bring one leg forward and one leg back. And we're going to squeeze our glute from behind, and we're just going to push forward into that stretch and push off our front foot and back. And just open up the front of that hip, slowly pushing back. Focus on opening up that hip as much as we can. Again, just go as far as comfortable. Again, if you can come a little bit further, do. If you can't, don't worry. Hopefully it'll open up as you're doing this. And 4, 3, 2. There we go, one more here. We're going to swap to the other side. So, again, before, back. Open up as much as you can, squeezing that glute from behind, really open up that hip. If you feel you can go a little bit further, do. You might find one side is more open than the other, that's all right. Four, 3, 2. We're going to do one more. And from there, we're actually going to go back to our box position for a second. We're going to bring one knee forward. Just turn as much as we can. Don't worry if you can only get to here. If you can turn a little bit, do. And if you can't, just go where you are, where you're comfortable. And we're just going to get into our pigeon pose. Stretching out our glutes. If you can, come down onto the forearms if you're comfortable doing so. And if you can, walk hands out fully and forehead to the mat. Just letting that glute stretch out. Okay, slowly coming back up. So we're coming back up onto forearms first. You're coming up onto the palms of the hands. Now, tuck your toe, and if you can, lift yourself back up into the box position. The most fun part of getting into pigeon position is getting out of it. So we're going to go opposite this. So one leg forward, turn that as much as you can to the opposite. And then we're just going to walk our foot back or slide our foot back as much as you can. I'm not in the matter, so keep them up slightly. And we're going to start again on the palms of our hands. From there, you can come down onto your forearms too. If you're not comfortable do so, stay where you are. Now if you can, walk your palms down forward to the mat. Okay, I'm going to bring back up onto the forearms. And back onto the palms. And then tuck your toe and lift back up into your box position. Right, from there, let's stand up. We're going to interlock our fingers behind our back. Just lift up as high as you can, stick your chest forward and keep your head up. And just lift up as high as you can, open up that chest. From there, we'll interlock our fingers, push far apart as you can, dropping our head. And then from there, let's lift right up overhead, push up towards the ceiling. Coming over to one side. Back to center. Now to the other side. Back to center. Let it go. And you're done, guys. Well done. Perfect.